I don't know why, but you are watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
Cat and mouse vipers. Giant child-snatching vipers are terrorizing New Orleans, pulling children from their homes in the middle of the night in their eagerness to take on human trafficking in the city. Cat and mouse find themselves in the thick of it. Crime, action, drama with a smattering of superheroics. Now, like Roland Mann said, our head honcho here at Silverline, go do some backing, and we appreciate your support.
Yeah, we appreciate your support. So, what's up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to another Monday Madness, wherein we introduce our new co-host. To my left, your right, the Ghost Pepper.
Howdy. How you all doing?
It is
looking forward to having a lot of fun watching these people do their amazing art and helping them get it out there, being pops.
This is what we do.
This is awesome.
What we do. So right now, I want to say hi to everybody out there watching, whether you're on Rumble or Pilled or X or YouTube or Twitch or Facebook or any of all them places, whether it's my Facebook or her Facebook or his Facebook, I don't care. As long as you're watching and you tell people that we're out here doing this thing. And what this thing is, usually on our Monday Madness, is promoting indie creators and the awesome stuff that they do. Now, if you're at all a fan of this network, I don't have to introduce the two people down below there. Okay, they're around. They're part of what we do. They're associate sponsors of the network. Christy from Flip City Magazine.
Woo! Yeah, go Flip City. Happy Monday.
And Chris Brown, not that Chris Brown from the Laughing Road.
Although I might smack you for a sandwich.
I love that you laughed the second he said laughing.
It's perfect. It is right. Look, these guys, you guys know, they've been around. They've been doing stuff here with the Madness for us for a long time. Kitty's campaign is almost over, and we are going to talk about that today. But Chris's campaign is also almost over. And although funded, I think there's a lot freaking more people that would love this game than 19 people. I really think there are a lot more of you that would love to play this game if you give it a shot. Okay. Now, you can go watch us play it. You can go watch us play it with Dustin and his kids. We had a great time playing it. We played it live on the Tabletop Demos playlist on the Madness YouTube channel. You can go rewatch it. You can go check it out and go, yeah, that looks like fun. They were having fun. I might want to get that for my kids. Seriously, if you have kids, this is a great game for kids simply because the rules are very simple. They're not going to be over there arguing about what the interpretation of the rule is. It's pretty simple. He threw a bomb at you. If you don't have a thing to deflect the bomb, boom, you drop cargo. Really simple, right? There's not a whole lot for kids to argue about while playing this game. And depending on the amount of track you use, it can be long, it can be short. You can make a circular track and play 5 laps, whatever you want to do, NASCAR. It's fun. We played it. You should go check it out. Now that I did all my promotion and all that, I'm going to let Chris tell you what it's actually about.
Yeah, Escargot is your 1 to 4 player family racing game where you get to run around a track just like Mario Kart, grabbing up weapons and items, throwing them at people, other snails, all while trying to make it to the end with the most cargo and get the most points. And you don't have to be first to get the most points because Dustin won with 3rd place last time because he had the most cargo. And if you back on here, you'll get 4 pretty little snails to race around the track with. I might give all 6 because I have 6 different colors available. But yeah, you build your own track. It's real simple. Honestly, you pick your snail, get your cargo, grab some dice, and you build your track any way you want, whatever way your heart desires. And you roll 2 dice, and that's going to tell you how many squares you're going to move. You get that many points to move around, and you just race to the end, grabbing stuff and throwing stuff. Real simple. I tried to make it easy.
Sounds like fun for the whole family.
Oh yeah, and we can do I put the video of us playing on it, and
right there, you can go watch us play right there. You don't even have to go try and find it. It's
exactly
right there.
That's what I do.
And look, it's not like we staged it and you go, hey, everybody act like you're having a good time. We had Dustin's girls there playing.
Yeah, okay? You can't do that with kids.
No, you can't do that with kids. They were playing. They were having fun. It really was a good time. I do want to say hi to Cos over there watching on Rumble. On Pilled. I'm pulling up Rumble right now. I'm a little bit behind here because I got right into this stream, man. I got right into this. And talk about stuff.
What's funny is that as soon as we were done playing and he won, the kids looked at him and said, "You're getting this, right?"
Yeah, because Dustin won, and I was in last place, and I was the only one that had played the game previously and came in with the strategy.
Yep.
So strategy don't work. The dice, like most of Chris's games, the layers, look, all of them have layers where it's never going to be the same. It's like, and so much of it is ruled by the roll of the dice, man. It's even is just regular tabletops like this.
But I mean,
dice can kill you. I don't care what kind of. I had a really good strategy.
But I
had a really good strategy, and at the end of the day, I still didn't end up winning. So hi, Carrie. What's up?
Hello, Gary.
But I mean, Gary. Let me turn that background off. You're gonna see my stuff behind me, so I hope you're cool with it. So, there you go. But here's the game. It's all ready to go. It's actually at the printer now, ready to be. All I have to do is hit go, and it'll print. And the rule book, really complicated. It's this many pages, and like one of them's blank for backer names. So there's not much to the rules. Lay out your tiles, double-sided, of course, because give you variety. Pick your snails, go race, and that's it, baby.
There it is. And it was that quick to set up too. Lay the tiles down, put the drop the surprise things on on the tracks wherever you want. You could even pattern them if you wanted.
Yeah.
And make people dance around a pattern or plow through the pattern or whatever, right? Because you don't know what's under the question mark tile.
Nope.
It could be a bomb.
Or it could be a trap that makes you drop cargo.
It could be a trap where you drop cargo right now. So running around and trying to pick everything up might not be the best strategy.
But at the same time, it might be, because even if you don't use your weapons, you still get points for them at the end of the game if you don't use them. So that could be the 1 or 2 points you need to jump over and win.
Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. I was the only one that had previously played it. I was in last place. There is no, you're going to win. There is no, I mean, this is a great gambling game because there's no way you're going to predict the outcome.
Yeah, I didn't picture it turning into a drinking game, but I'm sure you could.
I was just going to say, that's what you need for drinking games is the most simple games. And that's when you pull out the kids' games at a party.
Wow. But it would be the great gambling game because there is no way you're going to determine an outcome on this. The odds are you're going to win 1 in 4. Period. There's no.
Yep. I mean, you could do some strategy, and that's going to work, with throwing bombs, throwing other weapons and things, or saving your extra shells and so on. But
it would be a gambling game where the house is never guaranteed to win.
Yeah.
You see, it's one of those.
And the more, go ahead.
I'm just very curious, Chris, as to where the idea of this game came from. Snails carrying cargo.
So my kids and I were around the table one night, right after supper, and my oldest boy goes, "You should make a board game about snails delivering packages called Escargot." And I'm like, that was it. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what kind of game would you like it to be? He goes, I have no idea. I just came up with the name. I'm like, all right, sounds goofy. Let's do this. So then I worked for a few months and been testing it. And then I finally brought it out, and sure enough, here we go.
That is so cute. So you guys were having escargot for dinner for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he just came up with that pun, and I'm like, well, let's run with it.
It's cute.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it is that simple. A game will inspire a thought, a sentence, something somebody says will inspire something, and then of course you build on it.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, he wanted it to be kid friendly, so he wanted it to be more like a Mario Kart type thing that kids would like. And
this will be something you can take with you when you go to if you want to go to a restaurant, if you're going to somebody's house, and you need the kids something to do. It's not going to take up a ton of space. It like I said, the box is about yay big. It'll fit right in your whatever you got to carry it with, and
you can make a short track, a little 10-minute game.
Oh yeah. If you check it out down here, when it tracks as long as you want or as short as you need, and then you just roll and run. You spend a movement point to pick up the tokens, and that's pretty much it. I wanted this to be as simple as possible for kids and people to get into, and it seems to be working. It's just that's it.
It's just getting it seen, guys.
Yeah.
It's like for every indie creator, man, the hardest part is getting it seen. Now, the fun thing about this one is when you go look at the campaign, you can actually see people playing the game. And I, get a vibe from whether or not they're enjoying themselves.
And I admit, I'm known for, as Miss Kitty said, being the evil DM kind of guy. I do the horror stuff, right? Horror writing, horror books, horror games, and all that. So seeing something kid friendly and family friendly coming from me, my natural audience is, may not be as into it as they are with the horror stuff, and I get that. That's cool. I don't ever hold any kind of.
But if you have kids,
But exactly.
Again, if you have kids, you need them out of your hair for 20 minutes, and they're not gonna be arguing while you're doing what you do. Oh, I'm trying to help you, parents. I'm trying to help you, parents. I'm giving you some.
And it's not a tablet, you know, it's something that can actually learn a little bit of numbers and adding and, you know, simple reading, and it's good.
Well, and cooperation and communication skills, maybe.
You know,
yeah. So I'm pretty sure Pops tried to team up with Dustin to take out the kids.
I did not do that.
How'd that work for you, Pops?
How'd that work?
Well, it works great for Dustin.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
I mean,
so yeah, we got 70 hours to go. Next to no time at all, and this thing will already be out. And like I said, it is. I could show you the files at the printer. The only thing I need is well, you know how it takes 2 weeks after Kickstarter gets done with their funds to send it to you. And as soon as it's sent to me, boom, I hit print. It'll be here as soon as it's here. That's the one thing you never have to worry about with me is it's already done.
Carrie,
Just like
Carrie's so mean to me, man. She's so mean.
Just like this one here, the VLC, I have the campaign ready for that. That's the Slaughterville Villains Locations Characters Packs. And it's ready to go live as soon as Escargot ends with a brand new villain that nobody else has before. And everything is here and ready to go. It shows you all the different packs you'll get. The Carnival in the Swamp, Contagion in the general store, the Dream Demon in the residential neighborhood, which is like my Freddy Krueger guy. So naturally, he has to be in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Headless Horseman's at the asylum. You didn't get to meet him at the asylum because
you didn't. Because we got the fuck out.
You and Karen are insane. And then the Ripper in the antique store, which is Jack the Ripper. And then there's the Slasher at the cabin. Yes. You're gonna meet the Slasher eventually, but not in the woods. As soon as we get done with the woods one, then you're gonna get there. The one you're on is not the Cannibal Rednecks yet. You know, I did not write a story for the Cannibal Rednecks yet, as far as the RPG goes. But you're on the Beast Within.
Good.
I'll have to do that one.
Look, I want to be part of that one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be part of the writing on the Cannibal Redneck. Right?
But speaking of writing, book 2 is done. I'm officially saying it's in the can. It's already at the printer, ready to be printed. So as soon as I get done with the VLC campaign, I'm going to be printing Slaughterville Novel Book 2, the Slasher. And yeah, I might take a month off in the summer just to chill, but probably not because I can't stand not working.
I have to give you since you brought up the
yes.
Okay. I have to give you an update. I'm currently proofreading Chris's novel. Okay. Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I am on page 326. We're good through there.
Nice.
So from the last, from the last time I told you, that's where we're at now.
I think that was in the low 200s. Yeah, I don't know what chill time is, Miss Carrie. I wish I did. I just don't know how to do it. I go from one project to the other, to the other, to the other.
But it's funny, Chris, because I was telling people about this yesterday, about proofreading it and how I catch myself being caught in the story and having to go back and make sure I didn't miss any errors on the last 5 pages because I was caught up in the story. This is really good. You got me a couple of times where
nice.
I've forgotten I was working.
Kat says the same thing to me.
You know what I mean? But dude, this is
really
good.
You're not supposed to have fun proofreading, Pops.
No, that's why I said it's like, 2 times now I've went, holy shit, this is really good. Oh, what did I just read? And go back and make sure I didn't gloss over something that would have been a mistake. Yeah. One of my problems with reading is descriptionary stuff. When somebody's describing a tree, I know what fucking oak tree looks like.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I'm not a fan of Stephen King, is because he goes deep into depth on descriptions of inane objects.
So when you're reading, sometimes you just gloss over that, right? Because I know what that is. I know what it looks like. But when you're proofreading, you have to read that paragraph. You know what I mean? Well, like Chris said, he doesn't do a whole lot of. If he's describing something, it's usually
important.
Action. Yeah, it's action. It's something that's happening that you have to visualize. It's not what the barn looks like.
Unless it's necessary.
Maybe it's red. It's a barn, right? He doesn't go into
Oh my God.
You know
Speaking of barn, wait until you proofread the Cannibal Rednecks next. Man.
Well, I'm sure that barn's pretty descriptive on the inside.
Just wait till you see that one. I am so sorry for people that are squeamish when they read that one, because it's going to be good.
In other words, if squeamish is your thrill in horror, and that's why you read, is to get those willies,
this is the one. Yeah,
this is the one.
Speaking of, you remember Miss Lori? I had written for her a prequel comic for her character, the Skinner, that was in the Choose Your Own Adventure book.
Yeah.
We're working on them, but so we're working to get that one published with her whenever she's ready, which is going to be cool. And then there was another one that I just got permission to write, not last night, but the night before, which I think you're going to like. It's a Jake Bishop story. So so I'll be writing in Doc's Pariah world. Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. Is it going to be noir horror?
Oh, it'll be fun.
Okay. That's pretty exciting.
Jake Bishop to Slaughterville for just a minute. Dante wants to meet him.
He told me I have free reign. So I mean, okay, fella. He gave me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
I really am.
Man. I mean, he does have some supernatural powers. Mr. Bishop. So he would be advantageous in Slaughterville in some ways.
Could be. We'll see where
investigator.
We'll see where it ends up. But yeah, so this is, like I said, 70 hours to go. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. They received my request for the VLC campaign, but they said they can't start it until after this one ends because they don't let creators have multiple projects at once.
Which we know is bullshit. You've done 20 campaigns and they should give that to you by now.
Yeah, I've had 20 made, 257 backed, and no. So, I mean, VLC is done. It's ready to go if you want to sign up for it. We have the link somewhere.
If it's ready, you should just go launch it on My Comic and then again on Kickstarter once you can, you know?
I
wouldn't even be waiting, man. I'd have a store up on Fund My Comic already.
That'll give me time. That'll give me something to do then.
Could you do pre-order on there? Like where people can pre-order?
On Fund My Comic, you can set up a storefront for like all the stuff that you have in stock already.
Yeah.
And you can run a campaign for like this, which I guess it's basically pre-order, but it's called crowdfunding. You know,
which again with me is pretty much a guarantee to get it because, like I said, this is already at the printer. I mean, the only thing they're actually waiting on me is to say, "Yeah, here's the money," which I'll have. So I mean, I'm not worried about it. Which is a nice feeling not to have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. It's done. Let's hear it. Here you go.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
So, man.
So yeah, that's what we have.
It's good stuff, man. Great stuff.
You were gonna say something, Chris. Say.
Oh no, believe me, my brain is fried. So no, I'm at 700 different places here. It's just
Oh, I know. That's what I tell people. When I tell people that Chris is like the hardest working person I know right now, I'm serious because he ain't like just working on one comic series or whatever. He's novels, graphic novels, tabletop games, multiple, and an RPG with multiple storylines. So
yeah, the RPG book 2 is coming in September with the Asylum campaign that we started. That's where Dante and Karen met. So that's going to actually first be introduced to the public in that campaign.
Slaughterville 2 will be coming out in May. I mean, the slasher.
Yep, this book is May. Yeah.
You can already get Cannibal Rednecks and the Beast Within in graphic novel form.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get the Gone Hunting game. You can get the Metal game. Look, Chris been doing since way before I met him.
2012-ish, I've been,
and since I met him, it's just been one thing after another, after another, after another. He don't have a slow down gear, just like Pops.
Yeah. So if I'm ever not on here for a little while, that's what I'm doing. I get lost in work and then I lose track of everything. But this is what I'm doing is I'm getting this kind of stuff out for you, and that's just what I like doing.
And that right there, the BLC, this is additional content for the tabletop game.
Yep, for the board game. Yep.
Yes.
And then this will be the novel, and then we're going to have more for the RPG, and then we're going to do. Let's see.
I think I have an extra copy of the graphic, each of the graphic novels that I could throw in her package.
Okay.
I think I have an extra copy of each.
If not, let me know.
See, Carrie, we're going to take care of you, but it's going to cost a lot for this one box full of shit to get to you.
And then I have a game called Killjoy that I've been working on for a while. It's not ready to be shown yet, but that's one I've been working on for a while, where this lady, it's going to be a bunch of different environments, like a bank or an office building or something like that. But this lady named Joy, who is just completely aloof, like she's airheaded, to put it nicely. She saw something from a mob, and now they're trying to come in and kill her because they think she knows what they did. And it's your job to lead her out of this building and get her to safety. But she keeps wandering off. And yeah, so it's your job to corral her while at the same time stopping the mobs or the ninja or the whatever the bad guys are that are coming into the building at the time.
So is she like the definition of an NPC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why the game is called Killjoy, because her name is Joy and they're trying to kill her.
Cute.
That's the one I was trying to get a cover for last year, and I could never get someone to do the cover for me.
How's that possible?
I put out several ads on things, and I'm like, hey, I need a cover. I just need, and then I couldn't get one. So.
And Chris Page, you guys, Chris Page for cover.
Yeah, look at the thing behind. I got that one. I paid for the escargot art, everything. Well, that's what I do.
Karen and Dante that we have on our blankets and shirts, all that. Friend of yours, Christy.
Hey, Katie.
So yeah, we're gonna have.
Katie?
I'll have to include.
Is she on my channel?
I guess so.
All right. I like it. Pops, in the future, I do want to set it up in StreamYard to stream to my audience so I can see when it's a linked one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In the comments, it'll show me that has a little link. So I'll know it's coming from my channel.
That's on your EV Mux. I don't think that's in StreamYard.
No, it's here.
I don't see it. It just says it's.
No, it's when I set it up. From StreamYard, from your StreamYard, it'll show when it's linked, a linked comment.
Yeah, I don't know. I never set it up as a guest.
Hey, Amos, we're talking about escargot.
Is that the
That's
brilliant?
my oldest one.
Okay, cool.
He's the one that came up with the name. Yep.
Oh, well, tell him, if he's going to get credit, he has to promote. If he doesn't promote it to his friends and people he knows with kids, then he don't get no credit. You got to work. You got to put in the work, Junior. Everybody, you got to put in the work.
Yeah. Anytime he goes over to a friend's house, he needs to talk to the parents about it and say, okay, there's this game me and my dad made. You guys need to go back it. There's only 70 hours to go.
Exactly.
social
They'll have to
media.
take it with them and everything.
Yeah, on social media. Put that back up there. What's that?
Oh, I gotta kill the background on these.
Ah,
I like the backgrounds, the virtuals, but you can't share anything with it.
yeah, there it is. It's already
that's
done.
good.
That's the original cover, and
Yep.
you know, now we have another cover for it since
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Did
But
we even look at the
That
tiers
was
up?
some-
Did we even look at the tiers up close while we've got Chris here? What do we got
I'm
going
not sure
on?
that we did. But if you like to, I know shipping overseas is insane, and Miss Carrie will tell you that. So I did a print and play one where, if you want, you can print it out yourself, but the game is $30, and yeah, it's going to have more than you think. Let's put it that way.
Most of
But then if you
Chris's
want to do
stuff is
retailer, I did have a retailer. So
Oh,
a retailer is
cool.
going to get this one, 5 copies of that one at 20% off. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
for all you stores that have a game night
Mhm.
or a gaming, you separate lounge for your gaming or whatever. Look, hit up the Laughing Rogue and go check out all the different games he's got over there, man. I'd love to cover a Gods of Metal tournament at somebody's freaking store. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But if you have 4 kids to play this is 1/3 of a trip to McDonald's. Okay. It's not an expensive game, especially if you look at it with all the other stuff that's going on. It's all there ready for you, all in one package. Yeah, I was chuckling at that too. Yeah,
Oh,
I said I'm gonna have to send her a spatula in one of the packages.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. There's the link. There's a link right there, you guys. 70 hours. We'll talk about it again.
Yeah,
We will. You're gonna see us out here Thursday morning going, did you back it yet? Did you back it yet?
mm-hmm.
Speaking
But
of Thursday morning. Go ahead. Go ahead. No.
No. Because I was saying I have to go get the kids' supper and all, but no, we're gonna have Skinner on. That's the new victim. I mean, player. We're gonna be running. I think we should only have 1 or 2 more sessions of the werewolf, and then we're gonna jump into what do you call it? The slasher one, if you guys want. I never.
Okay.
First, we have to survive the werewolf.
Well, there's no promises. I have
See?
so much. Yeah,
See?
I get yelled at for this all the time, but I need to stop doing spoilers.
Yeah, don't do no spoilers on this because we're pretty good at taking you outside the box as it is. It's probably best that you don't try to write anything in that may not ever happen anyway.
Yeah, no. But who could ever write erectoshock therapy?
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Because Karen shoved a cattle prod up some dude's buttoctal area, and yeah, that's how we came up with erectile shock
the stuff
therapy.
writes itself. People, you have to write it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a shocking experience. That's it.
It was for them.
Part of the fun that I have in playing RPGs and stuff is trying my best to do something that the GM didn't think of. Right.
And believe it or not, that's something I like too, is because then it challenges me to get how quick can I do my improv and storytelling to make that work.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. And it gives, it's like because I've heard you say it a couple times. I did not see that coming.
Yeah. That did feel good because, I've only played, 2 sessions with you guys. And the very first one, we had something that Chris did not plan for. And you said that. I'm like, oh, that feels kind of good.
Yeah.
To hear the GM say, I didn't expect that.
That's definitely part of the fun that I have, that I get out of the game is expanding it beyond what the GM thought it was going to be. Or even the creator of the game. If you can do that, if you can make the creator of a game go, it's like, hey, then I'm doing my job.
That's right.
So,
But yeah, I got to go make the stuff for the kids, so I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
And
tune in Thursday, 11 a.m.
Yeah, we'll all be here Thursday.
She'll be here. He'll be here. I'll be here.
Ghost Pepper's gonna be
Will
here?
in the chat.
I'll be at work, but I'll be here in chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
you'll be in the
Awesome.
Yeah, be
Awesome.
in chat.
Well, see you Thursday morning, Chris.
I'll try not to kill anybody too bad.
Good stuff.
But it was good seeing everybody again.
Yeah.
And there's also a scheduling update for tomorrow night.
Right,
There's going to be a Tuesday evening Geekman interview tomorrow night. I think he said 8 o'clock. So won't be all that dead air between Lori's show and Silverline's show. We'll have something in the middle this week. Woo-hoo.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't want to take away from his time, but that Escargot game would be something great, because I got this big desk sitting in my showroom, and it's got Flip City mags on it, and people always look at them. Well, people come in all the time with kids, and they're like running around the store like banshees, and some of this stuff they don't need to be just climbing on and play, So if I had one of those games in there, I could, here you go, kids, here's something to play with while me and mom and dad go over here and talk about, money and business, and they could play the game, and it'd be great, add something it's not Monopoly, it's something that's quick and fun and new and
argue over the rules. That's the thing
we don't have to run back in there and check on them every 5 minutes. There's some dice and some little, they can't hurt themselves with that, right? So
I got 4 grandkids. Two of them are lawyers and 2 of them are convicts. Right? So 2 of them trying to get around the rules all the time, and 2 of them are strictly the rule. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a game like this. The rules pretty simple. They're pretty basic. There's not a lot to it. They won't be arguing. They'll all play together. That's the whole thing.
Now I heard you say 2 are lawyers and 2 are what?
Convicts.
Oh, convicts. Okay. Do they know you called them that?
The lawyers, yes. The lawyers, yes. They definitely look. Sophia will argue you to the bone about anything. To the bone about anything. She's got an answer for everything you say. So, yes, she has a very fine opportunity to be a career court. Yeah, anywhere in court. Anywhere. She, object. Yeah, look, I can see her standing up in a courtroom saying, I object.
That's cute.
So, yes, Grey Wolf, exactly. They are. You're right.
That is true. Yep.
But the thing I can say is, like, you got 2 that are trying to figure out a way to get around the rules, and 2 of them that are trying to make sure that you follow the rules. So they're always arguing when they play games together. I don't think they'd argue if they were playing this game. I don't think there's that much to argue about. The dice roll is the dice roll. What you do with it is what you do with it, and the results are the results, and there's nothing to really argue about. That's why I like it. So
challenge accepted, Grandpa.
Yeah. Check out Escargot for your kids, your grandkids. Oh. And now we're going to move on to the Flip City side of the show.
Me.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm only a teeny tiny small portion. I'm the one whose face you get a look at all the time. On Fund My Comic.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. See that? It come out here for you.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
asked for one of those Street Team t-shirts a while back, and Luke said yes, but has never sent one. I should bug him again. So I told him I'd wear it, and
I go to con and wear it.
I still need to go to a con.
I'm not going to be wearing it at Grand Rapids Comic Con, though, because I ordered a Meg Entertainment Group golf shirt that looks nice. I'm wearing that next week.
Awesome. Yeah. When is that con?
That's not this weekend, but next weekend. This weekend, we got Kaz and Batman at Steel City, and they'll be covering that on 3 Beer Men, and we'll be, of course, dropping clips and stuff all weekend while they're there. And then the following weekend, Brad and I go up to Grand Rapids. Well, we go to Kalamazoo for the Grand Rapids Spring Fling. Grand Rapids Comic Con does a show in Grand Rapids in the fall and Kalamazoo in the spring. Don't ask me why. But, you know, they ain't that far from each other. You know, it's like, yeah. So I will be at the Spring Fling in Kalamazoo. And I have a backpack full of stuff I'm going to be giving away. All you got to do is just say, hey, Pops, I'll let you have something in there. There's comic books, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Kitty.
Yeah.
Can you post the link you want shared?
Yes, I'm doing it right now.
Thank you. I thought that was going to be hidden. Whatever.
There it goes.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, it's fine. You can put that stuff in the public chat.
See,
I also shared my screen if we were going to scroll campaign at all. Anyway, we've got a couple days left on our volume 24 campaign. We're $600 away from our very first stretch goal ever. We've never stretch goaled ever before. And so we're super excited about that. And volume 24 is all the laughs our regular readers have come to expect in Flip City Magazine. And it's really cool. It's over 60 pages, full color. And we've got a lot of fun stuff in there. We've got everything from simple cartoons to featured laughs here. This one is, our lead feature is Gen X movie reboots. And you'll see that we renamed Home Alone to Homeless Alone. And the concept on this, and written very well, is we took the descriptions that the movie studios put out long ago and rewrote them for the reboots to kind of make jokes about our current zeitgeist. So that one is Homeless Alone. I just really loved when this caricature of Macaulay Culkin came in. I laughed and laughed, and I'm like, okay, I have to put that one up on the campaign because this was not previously on the campaign. So even if at the beginning of the campaign you went and looked, we've got a new thing for you to see when you go over there. We've got a center fold pull out poster, which guaranteed you can spend 2 to 3 hours with this poster just looking at all the details and guessing what some of them mean and knowing what others mean. What's going to make this even more fun is on the reverse side of the pull-out poster. We're writing short little humorous write-ups of certain things happening in this poster. So 20 years down the line, when you have forgotten the extent to which we were living through this insane time, you can look at this poster and be reminded with some Flip City jokes. And this was made by Jim Bob. And it's really, really funny. When we were writing up the little write-ups, we were having a lot of fun looking at the poster and then revising constantly because we'd find something funnier that we wanted to write about. So we'd take something off so that we could write about something else. You're going to have to get the magazine to see the entire thing. We always have the world's most based crossword, our delightfully disgusting spread. That is our Madness Comic Network live draw stream collaboration. It's the first time that's being published in Flip City, and we've got another one running right now. It's really funny. You're gonna have to buy the magazine to see it.
Hold up, Christy. They're playing something right now on YouTube on the channel.
Who did what?
YouTube is fucking running ads in the middle of our show.
It's actually been pretty bad today, Pops. It's been on YouTube, getting a lot of ads.
Jeez,
Cots, man, can you go into YouTube and turn that shit off again? I don't know if I hit a wrong switch and turned it back on accidentally, or if they just did it.
Yeah, and because it's live, it just it just don't pause. It just keeps going. Like when the ads are over, then it just picks back up where she's at. So you miss a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It doesn't like bring it back.
No, not because it's live.
Wow.
Like if it was a replay, it would, but it's not a replay. It's live.
Well, I know Pops wanted to make sure that people were hearing about the delightfully disgusting spread, so I'll repeat myself.
Yes.
This
yes.
is the Flip City is Madness collaboration, where with the Madness live draw streamers, we give them a topic for them to draw on, and whoever feels like drawing on it can. And this in particular topic was serial killers and the women who love them. And so people drew a serial killer and the type of woman that loves them. We have 5 different artists published inside that are the live draw streamers. You're going to have to buy the magazine to get all the humorous write-ups and see everybody's submissions. Unless, of course, you were following along while we were doing it live. You might have already seen all the art, but you haven't read all of the funny stuff that we've published to kind of have the descriptors on there. So that's a 2-page spread. Fun. We've always got grab bags of gags. On every campaign, it's very difficult to tell you everything that's in it because we are a variety magazine. So I just call, the silly stuff that we do throughout the magazine here and there, grab bags of gags. And here's just one of them. It is Big Tech Pokemon. You'll have to get the magazine to know exactly what that is, but it is really funny. And then we always have a couple of pages of short form or one-offs or even recurring series of kind of like funnies, what you would find in the funny papers. And we call those our more laughs. And you get a couple of pages there. You'll see the modern art. Everybody knows about the banana taped on a wall. And so Nat Rain did his own version of that, and we cut off the punchline because he had to buy the magazine to laugh. Damn it!
Yeah.
And then of course our very first stretch goal. If we hit $3,000 before the campaign closes on April 2nd, everybody's going to get a free issue 3, and we're giving that one away to show how much Flip City has grown over the years. The magazines, the comedy is always there. The package has changed a little bit. So volume 3, you're going to get it in black. It's black and white and printed on newsprint, and much less, about half the size of our current magazines. And then you'll compare that to volume 24 and see it's full gloss. It's slightly bigger and twice the size. So totally worth it to support at a $13 print tier to get volume 24. And if we hit that 3,000 stretch goal, you're also going to get another magazine. 2 magazines for $13, dude. Can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
I'm not going to play the video because I shared my window and not a tab, so we wouldn't be able to hear it anyway. But you're going to want to go visit the campaign anyway. And that video just is a video of a bunch of cool people saying really nice stuff about Flip City. And Ghost Pepper, you should do one for us so I can edit that in.
Sure.
Can we zoom in on the poster? Can we zoom in on the poster?
Zoom in on what?
The poster.
The pull-out poster?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Hold on, let me open it in a new tab.
You will spend at least an hour on this page alone trying to identify all the people and the things that you see here.
And you guys, I purposely did it lower res because we're not giving it away for free. There is a lot of cool stuff in here. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Oops, whoa, geez. That got really big. That got really big. But look, there's Oprah right there. If you can see there's Oprah. There's Diddy.
Yeah.
I see somebody Breaking Bad in there too.
I see Hillary in the ring.
You see somebody Breaking Bad where?
Yeah, the guys in the suit sitting at Walter White, Jesse.
Dude, seriously? My eyes have always skipped over it, and I hadn't even thought of them. But it probably is.
It looks like it.
Yeah. I think we've got Taylor Swift over here. and you got Donald Trump fight in the ring, and I don't know if you can tell, but that's Zuck, and he's a lizard person. You can see a tail there, and he's got lizard hands.
And right behind him is Tim Pool.
And Joe Rogan's calling the fight.
Yes,
I see him there.
Oh, well, that's the thing too, because Jim Bob, after you'll just find all kinds of weird little things. So Jim Bob, we realized he sectioned the poster. He sectioned the poster. So over here, this kind of looks like podcaster area. So you get a bunch of podcasters, and like there's Jay Dyer. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but that's Jay Dyer over there.
Let's see the actual alien.
And then you get over here, and then we're in Pride Plaza. And this place is really gross.
Oh, shit.
Like the longer you look and the more you look in, it's like it's really bad.
Jesus is praying over it though. It's fine.
It looks like Levi's Bill Gates there with the whip.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I think this right here is that brick wall that got hit with lightning.
Is that the screaming meme? The girl with the thing in the tree?
Oh, yes. She's somewhere else as well. Oh, and something else that's fun. I don't know if you guys can see my little cursor, but that's a Bitcoin down there. And Jim Bob told us that there's 10 Bitcoin hidden in here and like 6 frogs. And that's kind of part of the game that we're putting on the back as well. Like, can you find all 10 Bitcoin? Can you find all the frogs? So it's fun. I don't know. And there's going to be plenty of stuff in here that you don't know the cultural reference because it's just so packed. Unless you're perpetually online, and that's all you do with your life. Then you might know everything. But it's pretty funny, you guys.
Hold up. Who's in the pool who's in the jacuzzi with the devil? Who is that?
It's Cackling Kamala.
Okay. I'm not. I can't see it that well, but yeah, she ain't got her. She left her bottoms outside too. You see that, guys?
Yes, her bottoms are off. Yeah, I had a good time on one of the draw streams actually. And I think it was just Levi and Doc were hanging out on a draw stream. And I got really, really lucky because I was able, when Scott and I were, making the little key for the back, I was like, I can just bring this to other people and say, hey, what do you guys think? So we did on one of the draw streams, look through this poster pretty closely and at a higher resolution so we could figure out what certain things were. And apparently I saved the stream. I guess they were being very boring before I got there. And we had lots of laughs. Even the chat was pitching in. So that was really fun. And another great thing to be involved with Madness Comic Network is that I have that option of doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Look, see, a lot of the thing that people don't realize, the network is about networking. It's not about who pops can get on a show. It's about networking. It's about everybody having a good time and promoting what each other does.
Well, hey, Pops, I got to tell you something. And you may have heard me say it a few times because I've said it multiple times all over the internet. Is before like meeting you and kind of getting involved with Madness Comic Network, and then to a larger extent, just the indie publishing scene, I was starting to get really, really lonely publishing this magazine. Like to the point of like where, I'm starting to get a little depressed because we do this with me and my husband. And by the way, you can't be depressed and publish satire magazine very well.
No,
you got to keep your spirits up, right? So like I would, because our current readership, a lot of them don't interact with us online. And so I would do stuff when I found myself getting into like kind of spiraling. I would send out emails just with gratitude to our readers with the hopes that they'd at least respond to me. And that's how I'd get through it. And it worked every time. I'm like, okay, Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Have gratitude. Tell your readers, and a few people will hit you back and say, keep going. And I'm like, and that's what I need. But being part of Madness Comic Network like that, I can't, like, it's so freaking fun. Like, and like everybody I've met is like super rad and so fun. Like freaking over on, and I didn't meet Ghost Pepper through Madness Comic, but I think we kind of like have developed more of a friendship. I didn't even know Ghost Pepper was a reader because he never told me.
I think we met on your stream. I was just on your stream, and you was like, "Hey, we're gonna do some live reading. If anybody's interested," I was like, "Sure, I'll do it."
Yeah.
And so I popped on, and I'm like, I can't believe this. I've been reading this, and I'll tell a little bit about how I discovered Flip City. Is I've been a long time Pill.net user. And BrainPod has been one of my favorite streamers for a long time. I usually only lurk in his chat. I agree. But I really love BrainPod. He's awesome. And he has a Flip City commercial on his channel. That's where I found out about it about 4 or 5 years ago, watching BrainPod.
I'm so excited he reached out to us because he found out about us through Scott over on Pilled.
Right.
Woke Societies, and asked, like, how do I connect with Flip City so I can ask if they'll sponsor me. I wish BrainPod got more viewers because he works so hard.
I do too. I try to always stop by, and he's fantastic. I mean, he's got such a computer mind. Like, I wish I could pick his brain for like 24 hours one time just to figure out computers like he knows them, because man, does he know it. And he does printing. I'm fixing to get some business cards. I think I'm gonna reach out to him to see what he can do with my stuff.
Yeah, I need to talk to him as well about printing.
He's got a shop, Printify, I think, or gosh, I can't remember. Not Printify, it's called. Anyway, I wish I knew real quick, but anyway, shout out BrainPod.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to talk to him, because I don't know.
Printus Maximus or something.
Printus Maximus, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah,
I've
been on his site many times.
I don't know anything about his business. Like, is he actually printing, or is he a middleman?
Yeah.
He's printing.
I think some things he might be a middleman, but most of it he's doing it. He's doing the thing. He'll print you anything you want.
Okay. Yeah.
On any size, whatever you want. But I think, people like that make most of their business off things like business cards, greeting cards, wedding invitations, things like that. You're going to make good money off that. If you can get just like with Flip City, if you can get your name out there in the right places,
this is the whole thing about that I loved about when I first popped over on Pill. I see all these people that are networking together. They're trying to do shows together. They send raids to each other. When my show's over, I send a raid to your show. They're all networking together, working together to help each other get seen.
Right, because otherwise, a lot of people that, especially new people on this platform, they would never click on that particular channel, and you're watching the channel you really like, and then they raid you to this other channel, so you're kind of thinking, hey, maybe they like these people. I'm going to hang around for a few minutes and see what's up. I love this. I'm going to like it and follow it and see what, they selling magazines too. And they're great. It's awesome art and funny. The person that creates it is awesome. They're not some kind of weirdo that I can't see and talk to. I'm
a weirdo you can see and talk to.
There's different tiers of weirdo.
Yes. I'm one of those like approachable weirdos.
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
See, I didn't even know about Pill. I met Christy. I found out about Flip City. Christy told me about Pill. I met Cots. I met all these people. And
Cots, what an awesome dude.
Now I feel like we have a bit of a footprint over there. But this week on Pill is going to be kind of big for the madness. Because I'm going to be on Coffee Talk with Sarah on Wednesday. Sandra, I'm sorry. I'm going to be on her show on Wednesday night and introduce the madness to the larger audience over on Pilled, right? And then I get to take Kaz's place on I think I'm taking Kaz's place on Foxhole Square on Saturday night because they're going to be at the con. I don't know if Kaz planned on being there for Foxhole Squares this Saturday or not. It'd be cool if he's there and I'm there. But I'm gonna be there. I get to be on Foxhole Squares. That's gonna be fun. And man, that's what I'm talking about. It's like they kind of welcomed us in. They promote each other. They get each other seen on each other's streams. It's what this is supposed to be. What they have on Pilled is kind of what I'm trying to build for Roku.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's pretty much, I mean, their ideal goes right along with mine. Free speech, no Google overlord, all that. It's exactly what I'm trying to build. So
Also, hi, Vulcan Lives.
what's up, Bolton? And
It's Vulcan
Ghost
Lives.
Pepper, in case you didn't know, you're now a mod on the Madness Network.
I see that. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Christy should be. I don't know if she is or not.
Another thing I like about Peeled is how it's kind of a community. So even the creators, you can actually reach out to these people and tell them, hey, my thing is glitching or being funny. What should I do? And not like YouTube. You reach out to YouTube, it might be 2-3 weeks when they get back to you. These people get right on it. They care about the people that stream here. They're going to promote your stuff too on all different platforms. YouTube's not fit to promote you for nothing. If anything, you say the wrong thing, they're going to take you down.
If you're watching on YouTube and your ads are bothering you, you can go watch us on Pilled.
Yeah, ad free.
You can watch us on Facebook and Rumble, and none of them places are throwing ads in your face.
Nope.
Plus, one of my favorite things is the chat features of being able to drop gifts as stickers,
memes, stickers.
Yep.
You get verified. You send them a little bit of information. You get verified. You can make your own. I'm from Georgia, Carrie.
He's right down there by Doc.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Ghost Pepper, do you always stay anonymous? Nobody ever sees your face online?
Yeah, anonymous. I'm a business owner in the community. A lot of people know who I am. So if they ever ran across me, they would dox me in a heartbeat. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
They would.
See, that was the thing. I'm glad we made the choice that we made when we first were thinking of publishing Flip City. We didn't know if we were going to write under pseudonyms or kind of ghostwrite our own stuff. And then we realized, because we're doing it in a business fashion, if anybody were to wanted to dox us, it's easy. You just look up our business name and you can find out who we are.
Right.
So it's forget it. We're just going to we're going to put our faces out there.
Right. I'm building up to it, but I gotta figure out computer stuff first. Anyway.
All right.
There's a lot of stuff to this.
Facebook is the one that decided the name I use. They kept kicking me off Facebook, and I kept making new accounts. The last one that I made is 2 nicknames smashed together. My son and all his friends call me Pops. Special lady from a different time in my life gave me the nickname Van Zant because I used to go to the karaoke bar and sweep them off their feet, baby. Oh yeah. And she gave me that nickname, and it has stuck with me forever. And when it came down to, I was trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to name this Facebook account? Because my real name got banned, and Pop Seeley got canceled. I can't access it anymore, although it's still on Facebook. They locked me out of it, right? So I made a new one, right? And I used the 2 nicknames. I smashed them together. Now Pops Van Zant has stuck with me ever since. So it's basically just 2 of my nicknames,
right?
Well, Facebook decided that, not me.
I've been growing peppers and making hot sauce for a long time. My dad taught me how to do it, and I still do it. And ghost pepper was always kind of the limit on fresh peppers that I could eat and not,
Die.
really suffer. I've tried my I still like hotter than that now, but it's kind of like a special occasion type thing. Like you prepare for it, you it's like almost like surgery. You do all these things. You do all these things to prep your body for it because you know it's going to be awesome if you prep right. But if you get drunk and eat peppers, it's not going to be good. Don't do that. It's a bad deal. So, different things you prepare for, and you have a good time eating really hot stuff. I mean, you can actually have a great time. It's almost euphoric in a way if you can get past the initial.
I love
hit.
hot
So
stuff.
that's where the name Ghost Pepper comes from, because a lot of my friends just like, that's that dude with them ghost peppers. Watch out, he'll touch you and it'll be spicy, type of stuff. Because I always handling them, and and it was true. Like sometimes I'd have the residue on me, and I didn't care because I felt like it was okay. So anyway, I know better now. Use gloves and things. And, I'm older and smarter now. So it kind of stuck, and I used it online. So that's where that comes from.
Oh my God, Kate.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, eye or bottom or both.
Oh my God, here we go. Careful. But I love hot stuff. I'm one of them people that got really mad when McDonald's quit making hot mustard and started making honey mustard.
Oh God,
you fuckers, right? So I went and asked Chris, who was just here earlier, who makes all kinds of stuff. And I was like, man, I need a hot honey mustard for the madness sauce, right? To bring back those days of McDonald's hot mustard. So he went and put what the hell was it? Nine Carolina Reapers in 35 ounces of sauce. How fucking hot you think that was, brother?
Yeah. I get hot sauces and make hot sauces sometimes, and I tell people when I give it to them, I'm like, it's not food. You know that, right? It's not really food. It's something that you use very sparingly. One drop, when it says one drop on the label, it means it. Don't just bloop. Well, if you bloop it in there, just throw it away. Don't eat that.
Dude, I love it, man.
I remember. Okay, so the funniest thing, like, there's this Dave's Insanity sauce out there, like the hottest one. And nowhere on the bottle does it says eat me. It has all these instructions on how to clean your driveway and different things on it with this hot sauce, but nowhere on it does it say eat me. But people eat it, and they're crazy,
I got
but
some of that phrase, bro. I got some Insanity. I love that shit.
but you showed one time you showed one of my favorites though. It was the Gringo Bandito.
Oh yeah,
that is my favorite breakfast hot sauce, and you're like, this is my favorite breakfast hot sauce. I was like, no way. Instant friends.
Yeah, dude. Look, I mean, I spent 35 years in Phoenix. Okay, it's got to be hot. You can't talk me into it.
Yeah,
it's got to really be hot, right? If you're gonna like tell me it's hot, then I go try it, and I'm like, that ain't shit. I want hot, right? I gave Lori a hard time about the Path of the Pale sauce. The first version, I was like, no, that's mild. That's mild.
Right.
That's not even medium. That's freaking mild. Right? But yeah, dude. Chris made me some honey mustard. He put a Madness label on it and everything. Sent me one. Oh, it's good, man. I nursed that stuff because I don't want it to run out. You know what I mean? I use it very sparingly, not because I'm afraid of it, because I don't want to get to the point where
it's delicious. Yeah. I have several hot sauces like that. Several, and most of them, believe it or not, are mustard based, where you'll make a mustard concoction, add your flavor that you like, and then put the spice.
Yeah.
And those are usually my favorites. They're thicker, they're easier to manage. These vinegar based ones, they're real runny, and they're
the mustard based ones cook better too.
They cook, they'll bubble, instead of just disintegrate and go away.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, Christy,
Yes.
But
Flip
how's
City.
that book doing? Did we sell 1 million copies since we started the show? Come on.
no, probably not. You know what's funny is our mutually good friend, the Batman, yesterday called me and said, "Hey, I want to back your campaign. Can you send me the link?" And so I did, but also at that very moment, I was extending my campaign. I screwed it all up, sent him to a 404 page, and I texted him and said, "Hey, if you want to back while I'm live, that'll feel really good." But he hasn't gotten back to me.
Well,
But I'm gonna bug him. I'm
yeah,
gonna
bug him,
I'm gonna
'cause I
put my
was just
sales
talking
hat
to him
on.
I was just talking to him a little while ago about the Saturday strategy or Friday strategy for the con. He's gonna give me some spots, like I'm Dirk Manning and you're watching the Madness Comic Network. Spots like that, right? He's gonna find
Oh,
some people to
cool.
do. Yeah, he's gonna talk to some people, get us some spots, and do some short interviews like I do when I go to cons, so that we can use the short clips to promote the con over the weekend and hopefully get more people to go down there. Whoa, dog! Did that hurt? He came down and shook his head right up against the desk.
So I was kind of wondering, like at these cons, could you do people set up maybe like a small TV and put up like you could put your campaign up with the ad and show the little trailer for your comic and stuff. When people walk up and show interest, you say, "Hey, watch this," and have like a screen TV up there and play the stuff from your tent. That would be a good idea, I thought.
My assumption is people do that, but I've never actually tabled at a con, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I've been to one or two, but I've never seen that to where people had. I mean, I've seen people with actually drawing at cons, sitting down drawing, and what they were doing was on the screen. I've seen that, but not like trying to sell things and having the ad of just like the fellow that was on earlier, Chris. He could have his little ad of his game. Flip City could have their ad that you could easily click on and show people like on the TV. Give them
Right.
a visual thing that could get you kind of drawn in, right? I just thought that would be a great idea.
Yeah, my assumption is because what I have done is, like I usually do, is I research and research and research before like pulling a trigger on things.
Right.
And so I've researched cons a lot, and I'm thinking people don't really do it because you have to pay money if you want an electrical outlet at your booth. So
Right.
I'm thinking that
You get grouped around certain people too, probably, right? Because there's not outlets everywhere. So around this one
right.
pole with outlets, you're in a circle kind of around this pole, and everybody shares this spot. So
I
I
would assume that is probably the case. Yep.
So if you wanted to get a booth around like-minded comic people, you may or may not get the option for outlet.
Yeah, and
Run a generator unless you got your like an electrical deal that's got some kind of backup power.
Gosh. Well, I bet you, I would assume people maybe bring laptops and might run stuff off their laptop. I don't know. Pops would know way more than I would because I know he's been to a lot of cons.
What if you're going to a con like just as to table up, or what are you talking about?
No,
Yeah, we were talking about like basically running a TV that's on your table, like showing ads or things like that. Does that happen a lot?
No, but it will.
I think it's a great idea, like having a big monitor or a TV ran from your laptop with a HDMI cable, that you could, somebody walks up and they look at the Flip City mags and somebody's flipping through one of the Flip City and you could just, boop, you can hit the button and then they're looking at the TV like, what is that? And it's kind of got a Bluetooth speaker running to it. So you get you get the sounds and it's a visual thing.
we ran CromCon from the table at Savannah.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a great idea. It draws people in, a little bit of noise, you know.
I'd love to be able to do that more, but we had the laptop, and we were going to have the big screen behind us, but we ended up having the people we were partnering with set up their video game, and people were playing video games on the big screen.
Right. Okay. So see, that's what I was wondering.
To have the laptop up behind, or have the big screen behind us, so that we can play the show, and people walking by go, "Oh, there's
right.
you."
Hey,
right?
There's Pops, or there's Christy, and I know them people, and or I think they're wonderful. They're beautiful. Look at them.
We even had a camera on the aisle because during the con we have shows on the weekend, right? So the show ops is on Sunday at 3:30. So Sunday at 3:30 during the con, we did the show ops, but instead of us showing our stuff off, we were grabbing fans walking by and asking them what's in the bag.
What's in their bag?
Yeah, what'd you guys buy, man? What'd you get at the con? And started showing it off live on the street.
Yeah.
See, that's actually pretty darn perfect for what you're doing, you know.
Perfect.
Look,
Then maybe that person that you displayed their stuff wants to maybe jump on Madness Comic and get their stuff out there a little bit more. I get it. Awesome.
It's the fan interaction. We want to do that live as well as here online. You know, so when we get to the point where, and Bruce and I talked about this on more than one occasion, that Madness Road show, you know, we get to Roku, that's going to happen. That's just a part of that. That's going to happen. It's just stepping stones, one thing at a time. We're going.
Yeah. Why don't you? Because I really, really love the idea. Tell me what the plan is with Madness Road Show. I want to hear it.
An RV. We get us an RV. We put a big old Madness skin on it, and me and Bruce, you know, drive to a con in the RV and set up at a table and run a show for the weekend, and maybe bring different artists to different shows. Like, look, I got artist friends up here that would probably never make it to a Texas show.
Right.
But if they were with us and tabling up with us, and they had a ride there, RV to sleep in, and they didn't have to worry about fucking hotels or any of that shit. Get 2 or 3, 4 people together, driving together, that cost becomes very negligent.
You know? Right. Now, do you guys have plans to do that across the United States, or are you guys going to kind of stay east of the Rockies?
Oh, it would just be wherever. I want to do one con a month when we get that rolling, at least one a month. And hell, I'm from your neck, you know, I'm from Arizona. It ain't like I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
We'll be going out to other places, trust me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, because I really, really, you know, want you guys to come west so I can meet up with you, you know. Yeah. Or possibly, you know, it is funny. A while back, Bruce told me, "Hey, Christy, you have a place to stay if you want to do any cons out on the East Coast. Like, you can come stay with me." And I am majorly considering it. You know, I love to travel. Scott, not so much, but I do.
I love road trips, man. I love road trips. I love riding the train. Anything but a bus.
I still want to ride the train.
Anything but a bus. Don't put me on a motherfucking bus ever again.
Yeah, piss on the bus. On a train, RV, or a nice big truck to drive.
Yeah, I'll ride an RV. I'll drive in an RV. That'd be fun. I'd like to convert a school bus into an RV. An old school Partridge Family Madness bus.
Yeah, we got Bluebird here, so they can hook you up with that.
Well, Vulcan Lives wants you to come to Colorado. Whoa.
He's living in a stick. I don't
So yeah, what you guys met earlier was the monster pup. That was Murphy. He is golden retriever and goofy as hell. But yeah, it was the first time he lapped me in the middle of a show before. So
Cool.
I'm pretty sure he's channeling his Uncle Zeus. Don't let him chew that up on my floor, dude. Don't throw that stick outside. Don't let him chew that up on my floor, man. You know. Hey,
He's growling. Ready?
let go of it. There you go. Take it out. Yeah.
What's it got, a T-bone?
I used to get, like, Zeus used to come down there and get in my lap and do what that dog did a little while ago. Lick
Yeah.
on my face, get on my face. And he was like a regular fixture on the network. He showed up all the time. And he passed a couple years ago. And Rocky, you hear Rocky a lot, but he never gets in my lap, right? This pup thinks he is his Uncle Zeus. And he right up in my lap like he owns the place.
Yeah, I always appreciate pet visits on streams.
Oh, me too. That's the first time he's done that, you know. It's the first time he's done it. Murphy, what are you doing? Yes, Rocky, we love you. Yes, we love
Love them
you.
fur babies.
Yeah, you know, wipe everything out. That thumping is Murphy's tail. The
Yeah.
thumping you hear, that's
Yeah.
his.
We heard it.
Yeah. Okay. Hit it. Say bye, dogs.
So Christy, I have my second, maybe third season of Flip City out on my table, and this weekend, some people come by the store, and all of a sudden, like 3 of my issues are gone. So I'm putting the, and I'm fine with it. You know, I'm fine with it. Take it home. Yeah. So I put the new season out.
People about them and let other people read them. Then cool.
Right. So I put the new season out. They're all fresh. They come right out of the Monday morning. I was like, okay, 3 issues are gone. So I'm just going to take these and put them to the side and put the new ones out. So everybody gets to see the new ones now.
All right, awesome.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, my hope is that, you know, so if they're if they think it's good enough to steal, you know, they'll come and subscribe. It's not
Right,
that much
so-
money.
There's a little sticker on the desk that says anything on this desk is free. Please take it, Will. So,
Oh, cool.
and it's cards, it's other people's business cards, it's flyers, it's magazines, it's all kind of stuff. But like I said, the Flip City seemed to get the most attention because it was the most bright, it was the most fancy of all the things. Believe it or not, even with other people's crappy magazines, the Flip City was the most looked at. So
I don't know if Chris
Cool.
is
That
still
always
watching
makes
or
me
not,
feel
though.
good.
If you're still watching, when you get that big stack of books, check with me. I'll let you know which ones I haven't read yet. You can send the rest to Ghost Pepper to put on the table over there.
yeah, I will.
Oh, yeah.
Everything on the desk is free. If you want, I paid for all of it. I'll pay for the books, Chris.
Oh, he
Tell
just-
me how much, and I'll put them on the desk,
he backs
and people can.
them.
Everything on the desk is free. Most people don't take it. You know what I mean? Most people will look at it while they're there, breeze through it, and leave it. Look at the card, take a picture, whatever. But some people take it, and I'm fine with it. It's free.
Well, I mean, Chris backs a lot of books, but then he doesn't have the room to store them, so he throws them in a box and he sends them to me.
Sure.
Stuff that I already have, then I give it away. Right? When we go to college, I give it away. Like I showed you, I got a backpack full of shit already to give away.
I mean,
I know. I saw on his Kickstarter how many projects he had backed, and I'm like, wow, if you could even get a quarter of those to back you, you'd be doing real good.
If some of them people would return the favor, it'd be freaking awesome. You know?
yeah, you'd be surprised at the people that come into my store and leave stuff for other people to take. Like, here's whatever, you know, sometimes it's just business cards, but other times it's different things, you know, and I'm like, fine, it's, you know, somebody's interested, they can take it. As long as it's like not taking up the whole desk. I mean, you can't take up the whole desk, but, you know, if you got one little stack sitting there you go. It's a big desk. I mean, it's probably 8 foot long and 2.5 foot wide desk. I mean, it's a big desk.
There's
Yeah,
like
it's big.
there's like two crock pots on it.
There's drawers too. There's drawers, and it's a big desk, so it's got drawers. For so if I got 2 or 3 of the same thing, I'll just put one on the desk and the other 3 in the drawer. So if one gets taken, I got one to put right back up there.
Okay, so if there was, I got to ask you guys a question, and the chat they can chime in too. If I was to market some type of Madness brand of coffee, other than the Tuesday morning brew, what show would be well represented on the brand of a coffee?
What, Madness show?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a hard one.
It would probably need to be a morning show.
Well, I was thinking, what if we just branded it as Morning Madness coffee?
Sure. This one would work perfect.
I would say definitely we'd need to plug it during the role-playing game. That's super early in the morning for me.
Yeah, morning shows or evening. Some people drink their coffee in the evening, so I think you get more views in the evening. So maybe in the evening, but in the morning, morning everybody drinks coffee in the morning, so everybody's looking for a good coffee. So
what if we bucked the norm and said Madness Nocturnal Brew for all you night?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm married to an all-day coffee drinker. Like, it still shocks me. He gets ready to go to bed at like 4 or 5 in the morning because that's the schedule he keeps. But then he's like heating up some coffee for right before bed. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, if I drink coffee at if I was drinking coffee right now, I wouldn't be able to fall asleep tonight. So
I pretty much drink it all day.
Yeah, I drink it all day too.
You're an all-day drinker.
Because we're going to have a Tuesday morning brew. So for Lori, obviously, we're going to have a Tuesday morning brew brand coffee. But I think we're also going to some type of madness nocturnal brew, not brew. We'll figure out something else to call it. We'll call it.
That actually works really well for the comic branding because I think a lot of comic creators do work late at night for one reason or another,
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. We're definitely going to have something because we were looking something else Chris is always doing. He's always looking to find other ways to expand your brand. Okay.
I kind of know a coffee shop that gets their own special beans from like Ecuador. If you could send me some kind of information, even if it's digital, on hey, maybe can you do a special thing for these guys? How much would it cost for something like that? I could send you info on what they said if they were even interested.
Yeah,
they're kind of their whole shop is like comic books and art on the walls and all kinds of stuff. So they may be interested.
You might just want to run an ad on the network.
Yeah. Hey, it's good stuff. I'm not going to say the name yet until, but.
Yeah. Chris had found somebody that does that puts your branding on there.
Mm-hmm. I think they do that. They do that for other people. So they may be interested.
If it costs less, then hell yes.
Well, I'm not sure it will cost less, but it's gourmet stuff.
It's all about shopping around, though. I don't know. I don't know for sure what kind of coffees he's thinking about. The kind of coffee I like, it's just expensive, bro. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, these people have $5 cup of coffees, and they have $38 cup of coffees too. So, I'm just saying.
I really like Kona coffee. That's my favorite.
Yeah, Hawaiian.
And that shit ain't cheap.
Nope. This is Ecuadorian. All theirs comes straight from. He knows the guy and gets it straight from Ecuador, and it's fresh beans, so they roast them and all this stuff. They have a whole process, and I could pitch it. I go there probably once a month to get coffee anyway. They know me. Hey, how you doing, Ghost Pepper?
Oh, they call you Ghost Pepper?
No. I'm wearing the company shirt usually when I go in there, so they kind of know. But yeah, I'd be willing to go in there and pitch it.
Cool. Yeah, if they do branding for other people, stuff like that, let me know.
Yeah, they would probably just send you blank bags and let you put it out there as long as their name would be on the bag, but there would be a spot for your sticker to right on the front, and that's how they do other people. So
yeah, we check it out. I got to see what Chris is thinking and what exactly entails in the packaging. Are they using our stuff? Shit like that. I haven't looked at it yet. I know Chris is looking at it.
They're a little snooty, so I don't know. I mean, half-ass liberals too. So, just saying. I mean, but they are into art and things like that. They're into comedy. I mean, they have a poetry night, a comedy night at their coffee shop. We're in Georgia, so nobody gets to smoke inside. So, but out back, what's out back stays out back in Georgia.
You can't smoke inside anywhere anymore.
Yeah, you can't. But anyway.
Oh, ad cut us again. Damn it. I don't know.
Also, hello, Josh.
Oh,
Carrie, I think Carrie can come to Pilled and get no ads.
I know. I think
thing.
Carrie is on Pilled. Carrie, why aren't you going on Pilled more often?
She could, if she was watching on Pilled, she wouldn't be seeing any ads. Yes.
No ads. I mean, it might be a few seconds behind, but it's not. I'm testing it right now. It's not that far behind YouTube. It's maybe 5-8 seconds at the most.
Yeah.
It's really quick.
There are other options, but I did ask Cos to turn that crap off, so it probably won't actually take effect until the next show. You know what I mean? Because we're already live and the parameters are already set. What do you mean Pilled is weird? You're weird.
Pilled is awesome. You just have to get used to it. Like I have one of the earliest Pilled accounts, but I didn't use it much for like 2 years. And then once I started getting used to it, I'm like, okay. Here's how this one works.
Pilled is fun, man. I like Pilled. Yeah.
I do too. You just get to do more stuff,
I just like because they actually promote us.
And it's a community, we all kind of eventually get to know each other, and you be in different chats and stuff. And it's easy. It's almost like a TV guide. You just click on Pilled and you got, 45 different channels doing, 12 of them. They're all doing news. Yeah, I agree. The rest of them, it's random. So
it is a lot of randomness on Pilled, and
it's random.
That's actually another feature that I like is you get to see everybody that's live. You don't have to be subscribed to them because it's a smaller platform at this moment. So that is what I do a lot on Pilled is I don't just click people who I recognize. I'm like, oh, I've never seen this user before, and I click and see what they're doing, And
that's what I had to do when I first joined. I had to go start looking. Okay.
I found this channel doing that on Pilled. I found this channel just like, what is this? Click. Oh, how about that? This is cool.
Yeah, and you're probably the number one Madness comic viewer on Pilled.
I mean, I love the show. I really do. So
he loves the whole network. He shows up for everything.
I'm in Pilled everywhere. So
we had to get
that is true.
Chat. Don't say nothing you don't want me to hear.
Well, one time somebody accused you in one chat, like, this guy's everywhere. He's probably watching 10 shows right now. And I'm like, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I do. So,
do you?
Yeah, I do.
Sometimes you pop around. Yeah.
I just like the community, and I like to see the mayhem, the madness, the news, the art, certain people I kind of gravitate to. So, and that's what you do. I mean, you find your people that you like, people that are like-minded. That's what you do. And on Pilled, you have an opportunity to do that, If you
Yeah,
don't like it, look, there's 100 of the other channels you can click on. If you don't like it, you don't have to sit there and bitch about it in the chat and all that mess. You can just leave. You know, and that's a good thing about Peeled is you don't have that many trolls. You just have, you know, people that you know care about the community. They, you know, but the chats are always spicy. You know, if you get an active chat, boy, oh boy, it'll be spicy every time. Just know it. You can talk in memes or you can talk in chat, whatever you want to do.
I have only had one person come at us stupid since I joined Pill.
Yeah, and they probably had no avatar.
It was right when we first started. They didn't know who we were. They didn't know nothing about what
they'll come. Trust me.
You know.
You just jinxed it. There's a lot of assholes on Field, but it's fine. Most of them will just troll you just to see if you're gonna block them. If they don't have an avatar, then yeah, just go ahead and block them. Just get rid of them. If they do, then talk to them.
If what they're bringing to the chat is you know, in topic, even if it's trolling, if it's in topic,
right,
tolerate that.
Get it. Give me some creative criticism. You know, give me some. You know, piss them on at me. I don't care as long as it's on topic.
When somebody brings up something happened 4 years ago, or they're crying about something else that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about Flip City Mag and somebody wants to talk about Russia and Ukraine, I'm finna block your ass. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't give a damn about all that mess. I want to talk about Flip City. That's why we're here. So if you want to piss them on about Flip City, let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's see what your problems are. But otherwise, you know, go somewhere else, right? I mean, just
bring us your problems. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you got a problem? Let's hear it. You know, otherwise, you ain't read the mag, have you? Because it's hilarious. It's absolutely fantastic.
What?
Chrissy's like, that's not why I'm here. I don't want to be attacked.
Yeah, it's true. I'm like, but you know,
I'm sorry,
I rarely
Chrissy.
get
I was
attacked.
just using it as an example. Okay, so I hope you won't mind.
We're having fun. We all know it. We hope the guests, the fans watching, know it. Look, I love Christy. You know,
I do too.
Was such a fixture in the chat that we had to bring him in. There wasn't, you know, had to, okay, because he look, when you invest that much time in what we're doing, we're gonna reward you in some way.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy I have not seen this kind of networking in a long time.
It's just
I enjoy it, man.
Okay, Carrie's always supportive of what we're doing. She's always in the chat. She's always there. I'll do anything I can to help her get her stuff cheaper. Okay, if everybody that she orders something from sends it to me, I'll put it all in one box, ship it to her. So she ain't paying $50 for every damn thing comes her way, right? Or whatever. I mean,
right.
Shipping to England is ridiculous. So, you know, she's supportive of us. She does stuff for us. I'll do stuff for her. I'll do that for anybody that's actively trying to help the network or actively being part of what we do. I got you. That's all. Tim Vigil yesterday after the con, he sends me a message. He's like, man, I just want to thank you for everything you did. And I was like, dude, a lifetime of entertainment that people like you provided me. I'm just giving you something back, bro.
Yeah, that's the least we could do.
I'm just giving you back. You guys, all these people provided me a lifetime of entertainment. All these comic artists and creators and stuff. I've been buying their stuff all my life. You know, yeah, I'm giving some back now. You know, things are different now. You know, so if I can help them sell books, I'm gonna help them sell books. If you want me to help you sell books, come on down. If you think that we don't do enough for people, hit that share button and join in.
Right.
Okay.
I agree.
Because that's what networking is all about. It's not how far my reach is. It's how far my reach is and your reach and your friends and his friends and his friends. That's when it works. When everybody's sharing this stuff out.
I mean, when I tuned into Madness and I figured out that Flip City Mag was there, and all these other people that I have liked their stuff for so long, and Pops is promoting these people, and I can actually interact with these folks. These people that have given me countless hours. I've read Flip City Magazine 100 times. Go back and somebody will say something in a casual conversation, and it'll remind me of this joke that happened in the magazine. So I
That's
go
cool.
back to the mag, and I'm like, and I'll say the joke, and they don't get it, but I'm like, here you go. Here's the context of where I got the joke. Yeah, it's like showing them
That's
the
cool.
movie quote or something. Yeah, and so many other people that you have brought on that I don't know about, that I wish I would have known about for so much longer, because these people are so creative. They have such awesome art to offer, but they have no other really good way to get the word out. And Pops is there getting the word out daily, just like cranking it out. I mean, cranking it out. It's fantastic. I had to jump in. I was like, man, because that's the way I am in my business. I'm trying to crank it out there. I'm trying to put the card out there, put the thing out there. I'm more in person with my thing, but still, that's why I jumped on here, so I could learn how to do what Pops do, and that's get it out there digitally.
Yes.
And it's so many more ears, because you're on YouTube. You don't know, there might be 1 million views tomorrow. You just don't know.
It's crazy. Okay. Anything can go viral at any time. Okay. But our thing has always been about the more that we do, the more consistently we are providing content as we say we're going to, the more successful we're going to be. It's all about being consistent and just keep providing something that somebody cares about. Somebody's watching everything we do. There's people watching everything we do.
Everything.
So we're doing something right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
People look at our YouTube channel. Oh, you only had 20 people watching you. Yeah, on YouTube.
Who cares? I mean, we had 20 people. Yeah.
What if you put 20 people in your living room?
Yeah,
It's
crowded.
They're only looking at one place. They're not looking at Rumble and Build and DLive and X and Twitch and all the other places that we're broadcasting. They're trying to judge us by the size of a YouTube channel that I've never tried to build. It's a beta test for my Roku network, guys. I've never gone out here and promote this YouTube channel. I promote the network as a whole, the Meg TV. You see what I'm saying? It's not about YouTube. That just happens to be one of the places you can see us. That's all.
Yeah.
You can't judge people by one platform.
And everybody knows, not everybody, but a good number of people that would be watching Madness Comic over on YouTube know that if you say something wrong, YouTube is going to be throttling you too. Like I guarantee you that the Madness Comic Network has been throttled, multiple times.
There's times that we just like that. I mean, that was another reason for Pilled. It was another reason for Pilled and why we have shows that are exclusive to Pilled. So you gotta worry about it. You know, fuck with YouTube on those occasions. You see what I'm saying?
You know what's funny about Pilled too, and Ghost Pepper, I think you're probably the same way. The highest viewed channels are the ones I don't really watch. I watch everybody that has maybe 10, 20 people watching. Those are the best shows. Yeah. I'm like, all the high viewed ones are like news commentary. I'm like, I don't need to listen to that.
I said it earlier. The top hits on Pilled, they're gonna be news. It's just a thing. So, but if you dig just a little bit, I mean, think about YouTube. If you go to YouTube and look for news, you can get all you want. But if you go to YouTube and look for comics, you'll have to dig a little bit to get one you like. Okay? So it's the same way on Pilled, but there's only certain ones on Peel that do certain things. So you're not going to have to dig that much. But you got to look past the high numbers. The high numbers mean nothing.
You look for people that are having fun. You look for people like Zoso Dude.
Yeah.
You look for people that are having fun. And then
And Java.
Java. That's my homeboy.
I know.
Java's my boy.
All these bigger channels, these big news channels, right? When you see the hosts of them all coming over to Coffee Talk with Sandra to do Foxhole Squares, they understand that entertainment has to be part of this.
Right.
They wouldn't be doing it if they didn't understand that there has to be something here that's entertaining people too, that makes them want to come back. You watch, that show is going to be one of the biggest shows on.
Right. So, on Peel, people like Sandra and Brain Pod and people like that, they think outside the box. They cover some news. They do, because it's kind of relevant in your life. I mean, everybody knows we got to keep up with this crap in order to function, kind of, sort of. But other than that, you need something a little bit with more substance, because this news will drive you nuts. It'll drive you crazy. The news is for making fun of nowadays. That's it. And that's where Flip City comes in, because you go to places like Flip City, and things like that, and you get the news with a spin that is hilarious. It's funny. It's so good. You don't have to sit there and decode nothing or any of that mess. You don't have to. You can just laugh at it. You just have a good time. Kick back, read it to your friend, and they're going to laugh too. Trust me. Yep. Especially if they're keeping up with anything in today's society.
Yeah. So go right now to flipcitymag.com. Go over there, subscribe. You can subscribe to the magazine and get it every 4 months or every 3 months. Just
3 months.
You don't even have to worry about getting involved in the campaigns. You can subscribe and be a regular subscriber to the magazine. Like back in the old days when you used to subscribe to Sports Illustrated, you got 12 issues every year. And the swimsuit issue, oh boy. Look, promotion. Take care of each other, share each other's work out, help each other make a living. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You don't have no Marvel DC making fucking movies for you. Help each other. Serious business. You guys got to promote each other if you really want to ever build an indie nation. Right now, it's a bunch of little, title pools of indie creators and their friends. Everybody needs to get out in the ocean. Everybody needs to ride the next tide out and get out in the ocean and interact with each other and quit with all the division and the bullshit in indie comics and promote each other and do well, make good books. So
right. Maybe even collaborate with each other in order to make better books that people will buy. It would be so much better if we could collaborate and not bitch and piss and moan about this little nitpicky thing in your one little page on your thing. I mean, it makes no sense. We should be making fantastic. We should take over Disney and all this mess with the fantastic things that the people on just this one channel does.
The word of the year, the word of 2025 is co-opetition.
Co-opetition.
Not competition. You're not competing against each other. You need to lift everybody needs to lift each other. Everybody cooperate with each other to help each other sell books. Hey, who cares if that guy sold more than you did? You both sold more than you did last year because you was working together to sell books.
Indeed.
You got it. That's how I'm going to end the show. Co-opetition. Christy, give us your final words.
Look, I made a fun card while we were streaming.
A new one?
Yeah, I try to make it pretty like Omer, but I don't have illustrative skills. But you can find Flip City Mag on all those platforms. That's YouTube, Twitter, Rumble, Pilled, Substack, and Facebook at Flip City Mag, or if you want to connect with me on a personal level, at Kitty Flip City on X and Facebook, Kitty Phillips. And we've got a campaign live right now.
That looks like
that's ending in a couple of days on Fund My Comic. If you do want to back on, kind of publicly and see that number go up and help us reach that $3,000 stretch goal, find us on fundmycomic.com/FlipCity24. Thank you.
Yes, Ray. We need another O and a dash.
Co-petition.
Competition, not co-petition. That looks like something you need after you read Flip.
I spelled it
Yeah.
out there. I spell it, Pops.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. Do you guys love this stuff? I love this stuff. Ghost Pepper. I know it's going to be really short, but tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Peeled, only Peeled. I'm Ghost Pepper, and you spell it with a Q. Thank you very much. So all other accounts are fake and gay. Other than that, I do a show on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern with Java, my very good friend. We do comedy, and we find clips and music and movies on the internet, and we absolutely shred them to pieces. And then I'm on Monday Madness with Pops and Kitty and anybody else that comes on. And I'm on various other channels on Pilled. Thank you very much.
I knew you did that on purpose, Ray.
All right, people. That's pretty much the end of the show. You know me. I'm Pops Van Zandt. If you're watching on any of the platforms, thank you so much. I ain't going to beg for you to do all the things, but a like doesn't hurt. Comment after the show in the comments really helps drive the replay algorithm. Okay, so if you're cool and you want to hang out for a little extra minute and drop a little comment underneath after the show, we really appreciate you for that. If you watch this on the replay and you got all the way to the end of the show, we freaking love you.
Yeah. Cheers,
Okay.
Ray.
Christy, you get to pick the raid. Who's it going to be?
Oh, I'm not on Pilled right now. I don't see them.
Oh,
So Ghost Pepper can pick.
I can pick.
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
We want news or Jesus. You pick.
No, we got to have fun. This is fun. We got to follow it up.
There's no entertainment stream on right now. Where's Brain Pod? He's not on.
No,
There's
Brain's not
Ray
on.
on.
News or Jesus.
Uke is on.
Okay, yeah, do you. Do you.
There you go. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to send a little raid over to the useless crayon. If you don't know, it's because you ain't on Pill.
Yeah, go check out Pilled.net.
What can I tell you? Go do the thing. My grandson's been like standing behind me, thinks he's being sly. You want to say goodbye to everybody, dude?
Yeah.
Say goodbye then.
Yeah.
He melted into the background this entire time.
No, he's hiding behind my green screen thing.
Oh, okay.
He thinks I didn't know he was back there, but I know. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget, May on Memorial Day, we'll be launching. Levi and JD will be launching Galaxy Memorial Park.
Yep.
Bye.
What's up, brother?
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes, superpowered intrigue doesn't stop at the grave. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 1, beginning crowdfunding Memorial Day 2025.
Little president in his sandbox play. Build a tower, make it stay. Digging deep through the golden sand. Building the future with your hands. Tiny suits and shiny shoes. Making plans and making news. Friends all gather to join along. In the sandbox they all belong. Little President Trump that play. Every day a brand new day. Learning, growing your own way. In the great big sandbox that is the USA. The USA. Share your dreams with everyone. Sandbox fun under the sun. Big ideas taking flight. With little Trump everything's bright. Dig a moat, build a wall. In the sandbox he stands so tall. Dreamer dream, builder build. Little Trump, your heart's fulfilled. Little President Trump that play. Every day a brand new day. Learning, growing your own way. In the great big sandbox that is the USA. Hooray, hooray, for the USA.
tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens